Welcome to the Young, Wild, Financially Free podcast, an audio experience where we don't just talk about it, we live it.
Hello, everybody.
Showtime.
Who do we have? Sam and Andrew.
What's up, guys?
Hey, guys.
First time on Facebook Live. We're super excited.
Yeah, it's fun. We're going to talk about our story a little bit and really how different we are, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good thing.
We're really different.
It's the fascinating thing we're talking about it is that Lexi and I basically are completely opposites, but we complement each other a lot.
Yeah.
And growing tree homes would basically be impossible, I would say, without you.
And without you, for sure.
You could do it without me, for sure.
No, I would have never started it. I would have been a second grade teacher with my little cottage.
Yeah.
And I would have had my little retirement account. I would have been totally happy.
Played it safe. So
I would have ridden to school on a scooter. That's it. Totally simple life.
But it would have been good.
Yeah.
So Lexi's like the safe one, and she's very organized and stays on top of everything, while I'm running wild and taking risks. Sam, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, Michael Reese, what's up, man? Glad you joined.
Awesome.
Lindsay, all right.
Cool.
What's up, everybody?
This is fun.
Yeah, this is really fun. We're glad y'all are here.
Oh,
That's not nice. Hey, all right. Hey, so we're just here to talk about real estate, to talk about what we have going on, and we were just explaining the differences between the two of us.
I'd kind of like to start with just talking about how Matt was super different in college, and I instantly knew. We started dating when we were 18, and we were going to college, and he started getting his real estate license, and I was like, all right, you're going to go into real estate, but I had no idea, to what extent. So he started wearing his, suit and tie to class and literally would be working on deals while he was in class. And I was like, man, you're, super serious about this. And then I just started, noticing, he was in the office more than any other agent, but he was, you were still taking, a full load of classes.
Yeah. I
was the assistant in the office, so, I kind of knew what was going on with all the agents, and I just knew that, okay, I'm this guy's a super hard worker, and, just it really focused, from the beginning on knew exactly, what it took. So I saw that super quickly, and I think you've just, continued to run with that, and it's been cool to kind of, be able to support and kind of help you get organized and be the back end of it.
Yeah.
And then it's cool to watch, somebody kind of be empowered by their passion and not be held back by the things that they're not good at, which we're kind of figuring out with our business with all of our employees right now, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, basically we're trying to bring people to be part of the team. We're hiring agents right now. We're bringing on people that are doing wholesaling. And the goal is to help people kind of get where they want to go. And I was thinking about this earlier. I always recommend that everyone should start thinking about real estate and find ways to own real estate. But even if you're not owning, you should. I'm a big believer that you should be thinking about it, because real estate has a piece to do with everything in your life. Wherever you're living, you're leasing, and it's something that I think is the only way to quickly become your own boss, other than hitting something really big, creating an app or creating a business that you're great at.
Yeah.
Real estate allows that for people, and that's what we're big believers in.
I think it's cool too how you've kind of helped people that think that you have to be to a certain financial point in your life to start buying real estate. You've kind of opened the door to hey, you can start super young.
Right.
You can start with very little and just start where you are.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Another cool thing I think that I just want to point out, I'm kind of I don't think you tell people this all the time, but being focused on something, but then also being humble enough to reach out to everybody in the field who has done it and has done it really well.
Yeah.
I think that's a good strength of yours is you're never afraid to pick up the phone. In college, he called Warren Buffett's office and the secretary, actually, it was the one time the secretary was not there or something. What happened?
No, they just, I called, hey, can I talk to Warren Buffett? And they said, who are you? I said, I'm Matt Teifke. And they just kind of laughed and they said, oh, I'm sorry. There's no way that we can do that.
But it was cool. Like, you've always kind of like found everybody, every city that you've gone to. Like, we've gone to meetings in Houston and met with some great real estate companies there. Let's give them a shout out. Like, Empire's doing awesome.
Yeah.
And it's really cool how open people are to helping if you just reach out and ask. And you've shown me that. Like, I would have been completely intimidated by most of the people you've set up appointments with, but it's really cool to see like people be like open their doors and just accept us and welcome us. And
I love that about business. I feel like people that are passionate about business and like it, they're always willing to help other people out. And like at all levels. I mean,
and throughout different industries too, right?
Right.
Not just real estate.
Yeah, all industries. Like, people really like helping out. If you're reaching out, they're gonna want to bring value or just help you any way that they can.
Lindsay's on. Hey, Lindsay.
I'm trying to get Dean down.
Who else is on? Where's our biggest fan? Aunt
Michael
Kyle.
Meltzer.
Is she on here?
Michael Reese.
Aunt Kyle's always calling like the day after our podcast, like, Matt, y'all were awesome. It's so cute. Anyways, sorry.
No, so Andrew is typically doing the podcast.
Yeah, I'm filling in.
And Andrew was filming a commercial, and he's running a little bit late, and he's like super nervous.
Poor guy.
And we're like, dude, it's all good.
We totally support his commercial career. He's going to be famous one day. We're like, you still got to represent the tree, so he will. Right, Andrew?
But, the funny thing is that I'm the guy that's outgrowing and meeting people and kind of sharing who Tree Homes is. But at the end of the day, Lexi is really the person running the business. There's, how many people that you work with directly right now?
Crystal, Gabby, Robert, Katie, Annika just started with us, my sister-in-law. It's cool. Like, our team's growing so much. Emil's doing sales.
Mm-hmm.
It's
we
a
got
constant.
3 new agents.
Crystal is helping with accounting. Yep.
We're getting into multifamily property management, so we manage 3 little 20-unit complexes, and we're working with a group that's looking at a 161-unit deal. So I'm always going out and saying, "Hey, Lex, we're getting this 161-unit apartment complex," and she's like, "Whoa, how is this? How is this possible?"
At first, it used to really freak me out. Like, I'd be like, we can't handle this, like, just kind of always pulling the reins back instead of pushing him forward. But I realize now, like, there has to be a balance, right? Like, I had to pull on the reins a little bit and make him slow down enough to give me time to get everything set. And it's been kind of cool. I totally freaked out when we got pregnant a little bit. Like, we went through like a month of like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Because I was super just like in charge of the operations, right? But then it was probably like one of the biggest blessings with our company, because now I'm like, it motivated me more than ever to remove myself from the company and from the day-to-day, and to figure out how to delegate better and process things and put checks and balances in place, and really figure out, like, how do I want this to work, and would this process work with 300 or 400 or 500? And it's been cool to see how being able to do that has also supported you. And now I can be more excited for you getting more, because I feel like we can support it now. And It's not all like, doesn't always feel like you're building more blocks on just me. You know?
Right.
Yeah, it's cool. We're setting a really good foundation. And I feel like everybody that we have in place right now is doing what they're really good at. And they really like it. Craziest thing ever, Annika was like, I love this job. It's so great. So many details. And I was like, I hate accounting. I hate reconciling bank accounts, and just putting like the processes together for me has been really fun to have, like, knowing that somebody else can do it and enjoy it. That's so cool.
Right. Yeah, it is cool to provide that and see how that flourishes for people.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, and then everyone grows together.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, it's like I'm in the transition from commercial real estate to joining Tree full time, and now I'm thinking, like, where are we going to take this? How does this look in the future? And I'm super excited because I'm very fascinated in the investment side of everything. Mm-hmm. And my goal is to, bring the people that like what we're doing, that see what we're doing, and have the same interest. And really, I would love to put a bunch of money together and go buy apartment complexes.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds like something that I would be really good at. And
he's helped with some apartment syndications already. Tell like everybody. I don't even know if everybody knows exactly what all you've done and been a part of.
Yeah,
I mean, I show the tree sign.
Yeah, Sam said the tree sign's
like,
behind Lexi. Thanks, Sam. How's that? Oh no!
It unplugged it.
Yeah, so on the multifamily side, I've helped raise money for 2 different deals, one in Louisville and one in San Antonio. And the way that those properties work is basically like, say somebody invests $100,000, they would get about $8,000 a year returned to them. So you'd get that monthly. And then in like year 5 or 6, when they sell the property or refinance it, you'd get a big chunk of that cash back. The way that they're projected is at the end of the day, it's like a 15% return. And so it'd be like $8,000 for year 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, you'd get like $170,000 back, and you'd basically double your money in 5 years. So those are super cool deals that I would eventually like to be putting together myself.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you could hold it down on the management side.
Yeah, I love that. There's so many possibilities, and that's why I think like with real estate, it's really cool. Thanks for joining both Michaels, Meyer, and Meltzer. Susan Miller or Susan Burnett. Yeah.
Sam hooked us up on that tree.
I know, for sure. Thanks, Sam. Yeah, I like that idea. I think that's really interesting. I think it's cool that with real estate, you can be kind of a lot of people think you have to be like focused on one thing, which I agree with to a point. Like being in the operations end, it's important to be focused. But then with real estate, there's so many possibilities. So we see some people that are really drawn to the flip. They love like the challenge of turning something that's not good into something beautiful. And then a lot of people like the buy and hold and then watch the market grow. But some people, if you don't have patience for that, like 20-year patience to watch a property appreciate, you probably should do more flips, right? Because it's like immediate. Yeah. So it's cool to have like different personalities have different ways of investing.
Right, 100%. I see Clayton said cheers. Clayton, what's up, man? Cheers to you, dude. I'm glad you joined.
Matt, you're drinking your barrel beige.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to grab that to show Clayton. Clayton, here you go, man.
Which one is that?
It's an Imperial Stout.
He probably got it because of the nice beard. Matt shaved his beard off last week, but...
Clayton, that's for you, man. But, yeah, I mean, everyone has different goals, and I met a lady today, and she's a full-time marketing agent, and she's flipping her first house.
Awesome.
And she went all out on the, like, finish out and floors, and she's renting it.
Nice. I love that. Like, I know. Yes, I really do. Okay, because from a management perspective, you're way before the curve of the appreciation. But why not make the top of the market rent and be able to lease out your house faster than any other house in the neighborhood? Right? Like, it might not be the smartest for a flip, but I think it's the smartest for a rental. And then having to your maintenance go on an ongoing basis is usually way less if you put all the money into it in the beginning. And so why not go ahead and replace it with things you really like instead of slowly replacing it with crap? Okay. And then you've in the 20 years that you've had it, now you want to put money into it, but you've already spent probably 40, probably less, probably like around 15,000 putting in stuff that you really don't like, you're going to rip out anyways. I like that mentality of it. Let's make it awesome. And the renters have a lot more pride in it, and they end up staying longer a lot of times.
Good point.
Yeah.
So Travis Smith, Ryan Culver, what's up? Thanks for joining, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Kelly Brogan.
Hey, Kelly. I love all Kelly's videos. Kelly's a good video person. She does them all the time.
So what do you think about, so she completely renovated the whole thing.
I like it.
But then she put carpet in the bedrooms. Do you like that? Or?
I don't love it. I mean, just from a rental perspective, in fact, you put carpet in one of our rentals without me knowing, and I was like, dude, why'd you do that? Like, I just wouldn't. I'm all about the LVP, which is laminate vinyl plank. It's awesome. It's like waterproof, scratch proof. And if a tenant messes up one square, like let's say like a kid just takes like a crazy scissors to it or something, then you can replace just one little thing of it. So it's super durable, and people like it because it really feels like wood on your feet. Right. It's not like the slippery old laminate. Like it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
So I say, why not just put that in once? And we're seeing a lot of times now, like higher end homes are putting that in too. So like, I don't feel like it's like a rental grade.
Okay.
Carpet, you're going to replace it if you're renting it. Like, there's no carpet. I know they make higher end carpets now. Like, we've seen them. We've used them before. People that are just like, we have to do carpet. There is like stain resistant and stuff, but trust me, a dog can ruin any type of carpet, and there will be dogs. Like, especially, I mean, we live in Austin. I always recommend to all of my owners, like, don't say no pets. It's gonna hurt you. It's gonna leave your house on the market for a long time. Or opposite, people are just gonna lie and say they don't have a pet, and so you're not gonna collect a pet deposit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's just worth it to make your house pet friendly and then go with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially like you said in Austin.
Yeah, in
What's
Austin.
up, Sam? Man, we got some good listeners.
Yay,
going.
Sam
This is
Bassett.
fun.
That's cool. I love it.
But yeah, so kind of, I'd like for you probably to just tell them, like, how do you look at real estate? What are your goals with real estate? Like, what do you like about it?
Yeah, I love that. What I've really found peace in, because I told you guys at the beginning that I'm a lot less risky than you are. So what I do like about it is you can see it, you can feel it, you can have control over it. I know you can't have control over the market, but you can put money into it and see money coming out, and it's something you can track.
Right.
So I really like that about it, and I like that it's a safer play. When I say risky, like Matt also really likes stocks, so we're like risky on two different levels of in our life.
Yeah.
So I feel like our buy and holds, usually I have some say in what we're buying, and I love to I like to really zone in on an area and find like the best little house.
Right.
And what I like about all of our rental properties, and we've lived in most of them, is that they're homey and they're comfortable, and I feel like they're home. So I buy houses that I feel like have a little bit more character. And so even though I always tell my rental owners, like, don't find any emotional attachment to your rental property. It's a business. You need to treat it like that. But I think it's good to have a good little like soft feeling about it. You know, put some pride into it. And then my tenants, I love all of our tenants. We totally try and take care of them, and it creates this kind of like cool energy, you know. And like one of our houses, the first one that Matt and I moved into in Round Rock, a couple that lives there, the sweetest couple, they're in Round Rock, they had a home birth at our house, which I love because we're going to do a home birth too. So I think it's cool to kind of like follow their story.
Right.
And my team and I always joke that we're actually counselors. We're not really property managers, we're counselors, because owners and tenants and vendors, like, they all want to call and just like, they all just really want to talk. Like, it's a people business. And so that's what I like about it. I like that side of real estate. I don't like all the craziness and the fast of it. So I'm in the perfect position working with my team and working with the people and bringing some love to a very lovesick industry, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, for people that rent and, you know, have property managers, they don't have the best experience because if you're a tenant and you're renting, you just think that your landlord's just greedy and trying to make money.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that, how people look at them like that a lot of times.
Yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of times we are caught in the middle of like owners not wanting to spend any money and tenants needing stuff done. So we do try and bring a fair balance to the tenants and the owners and help them more work together. And we really try and help our owners see that, like, hey, it's not that we're on the tenant's side. We're definitely working for you. But as property owners ourselves, it's in your best interest to take care of those tenants. They'll stay longer, they'll take care of your property, and they'll just have pride in where they live. Like, to me, like, hands down, you can't go wrong with like treating people good, you know?
That's a huge point, and we've been lucky.
Yeah, we've been super lucky.
So in our 3 of our houses that we have, our tenants have been there for 4 years.
And one of our tenants asked us to sign a 5-year lease. And I was like, yeah, that's a little too long. I don't know what the taxes are going to do, but I'll do 2.
They did a 5 years. So they're trying
they
to like
wanted to do a 5-year.
commercial lease.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can look at real estate like, hey, let me get the most rent I can possibly get, and I'm not going to fix anything because I'm all about making money. and then your tenants just move out. And so when a tenant moves out every year, there's a leasing fee and a make-ready cost, and you can
vacancy time
right,
usually.
Yeah, if you're sitting on the market for 2 months, if it's the wrong time of the year. We have a house.
Yeah, wrong time of the year is hard too.
Andrew and I have a house that we're trying to lease in Round Rock, and it's an awesome.
Hey, Chris, thanks for joining. Amanda and Zach. Zach Boyer. Nice.
Zach Boyer. What's up, Zach Boy? Andrew and I have a house in Round Rock, and it is like right by Dell. It's a perfect rental, but it's kind of a bad time right now.
Yeah, it is. Really, we like to end our leases May through August. Try and stay in that time of the year where families are moving, college kids are moving. Most people move in the summer, whether they have kids or not. Job transfers a lot of times happen in the summer. So, once the summer ends, there's still hope to rent. We've moved in like 4 of our houses this week, but it definitely becomes more of a challenge.
It can be tricky. Yeah. And then student
sure.
housing. So we just picked up a 22-unit student housing complex right by UT.
Yeah.
And it's completely vacant because they missed the leasing season.
We didn't. We just picked it up. Just clarify that.
Yeah, so we're the property managers, and the whole property is vacant. And so these people might be paying $7,000 a month on the property, and there's no one in there, so it's just right out of their pocket.
The owners are great, though. They're taking the opportunity to renovate and make it really cool. So that way, when we do get into the leasing season, we're ready to go, and we have a really good product, which I think is so cool.
Right.
So it's a good plan.
And then, so our goal is to be ready for next leasing season.
Yeah.
And it's like game time. Like, we'll probably start getting ready in October and start marketing November, December, trying to get it leased for August.
Yeah.
To have that property filled, because if you're in a student housing area, like most of those people are all students.
Yeah.
And if you miss them, there's not like a family moving right behind UT, right, to go live.
Right.
So it's fascinating.
Yeah,
how that works.
it definitely can become complicated. So there's all these different factors you have to look at, and kind of going back to why we want to keep our tenants for a long time. Just like a little inside tidbit, we call our owners that never want to spend any money to keep up with their properties and always want like the highest amount of rent. We call them termites because they're eating our tree. So we really try and support owners who we call them investors versus owners. An owner is somebody who maybe turned their house into a rental property, a house they used to live in. So they have this like really emotional connection to it. And it's maybe not really ever going to be looked at as a business. And so they're too involved, right? They're almost like helicopter owners.
Right.
And they don't really have any interest in buying more. Well, then we have investors who buy for business purposes. They want to take care of their tenants. They're very less emotionally attached to them. And so those are the investors that our motto is grow with us. We're constantly looking for new deals, helping people grow. We want to help our owners and investors create financial freedom, right?
Right. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
And Sam has a great question.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Sam, for posting that question. Guys, we'd love to see more questions. Y'all talk about the best place that you could put your money. Real estate, stocks, gold, crypto, or land. I love that question.
Yeah, great question.
Lex,
yeah.
I obviously have a lot of thoughts, but you take that first. How do you look at that? I don't know if you follow crypto.
Well, to me, it's kind of, I'm probably a little biased because I'm more of the safe side. But to me, we live in one of the most desirable places probably in the world, right?
Tree Brewing Co. Yeah, Austin. Yeah, right. So you're right. Keep going.
I'm saying I want to invest in Austin, and like that means like the land of Austin and the people in Austin. Like I just believe in it.
Real estate, Travis.
Yeah. So I'm all about the real estate, but
yeah.
I mean. I know there's so many other great investments out there, and that's what I get to lean on Matt for is like researching those and figuring that out.
Sam, you know where I'm investing in a mix. What's up, Andrew?
Andrew is here. Okay, and just to let y'all know, I have signed up to watch some dogs. So Andrew and I are gonna switch.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to watch some pups for a good friend of ours, Patty Tauber. She's a realtor who refers us some deals. So
hey, see ya. Love you.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye. Y'all have fun.
Okay.
Everybody can see
Andrew,
my big belly. I'm really bad on Facebook, so I'm like I don't post those like weekly updates.
J Mac. Travis,
you.
thanks.
All right,
Tree
bye
Brewing
guys.
Co.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, do you need a beer?
No. I'm good.
Dude,
Okay.
I needed my co-host too.
I know,
man.
I'm here. Okay.
We got Andrew here now. So.
Hey everybody, I don't know which camera to look at that camera. All right, hey everybody, happy to be here, super stoked. Thank you for everyone who's watching. The video that we're watching is like not real time, so I'm kind of freaking out about it. So what were you guys talking about?
Just all kinds of random stuff. Tell us about what you had going on. It's cool, the commercials.
Oh my gosh, that's people don't want to know about that.
Yes, they do. Come on, man.
I was in a Toyota commercial for Toyota Cedar Park. If you guys need to buy a Toyota, go there. That's a plug. Shameless.
Toyota Cedar Park. I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was fun, but I'm here now. Super excited to talk to you guys about real estate investing, the benefits of that, like why we love that, and the dream that we have for financial freedom. Really is kind of like the whole base of why we do what we do, what we're passionate about. And so we just want to share that with you guys, and hopefully motivate and inspire some people to get started in real estate, or if you're already an investor, kind of tell you the benefits of the path that we're on. So
We got a lot of people commenting. Haval, what's up, man?
nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, Haval.
Cool.
Clayton, Sam.
Yeah.
Travis. This is great.
Cool.
So Lexi and I were just talking about, I think it's super fascinating that we are like completely different people.
Sure.
And that like the business doesn't work without one or the other.
Right. Yeah.
It's just interesting. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
When you start a business, I mean, you have to have people, and
good people.
Right. Yeah. And that's the whole thing that you've gone on with Tree Homes is because I was the third person to come on, and yeah.
Number 3, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I won't forget it. I won't forget it.
And that's something that you've told me since the beginning is that like you look for good people, you want to hire good people, and then just find the right position for them, which goes to show the kind of person that you are, the kind of boss that you are. And it's been successful. I mean, we've grown so much over the past,
Right.
Since you started. I've been here for 2 years, and we've just absolutely exploded.
I feel like it's been a little
worked.
longer, but
Yeah, well, yeah.
in a good way. I mean, I
Right.
feel like we've done a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I really do.
We have, yeah. I mean, and the reason why you started this business is because of your interest in real estate investing.
Right. Yeah, 100%.
And why, I mean, so obviously I know, but for the listeners,
Yeah.
why did you get, I know that you were interested in real estate in high school, and you started selling houses, you got your license, but what about real estate investing? Because for me, I'm not super, I don't want to for a lot of listeners don't want to become a real estate agent, don't want to do sales in that aspect, but the benefit of real estate investing, what is that for you?
Yeah, that's good. Sam was asking, what is the best investment? Stocks, gold, crypto, real estate? So,
I was invested in gold for a long time, and it was slow and steady.
You hear that, Sam?
Wasn't exciting enough for me.
Sam, do you want slow growth? Gold.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's been around, that gold is the currency since the beginning.
Right,
Probably.
yeah.
But no, for me, it was seeing that literally anybody can get into real estate. And I was thinking about this earlier. I feel like it's the quickest way to become your own boss.
Sure, yeah.
You can do any other job. Like you can be a producer or an artist and do real estate, and the real estate will allow you to do that full time.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
that's funny that you say that, because going back to where I just came from, a commercial shoot, my goal is to be a full-time actor, and to pursue that passion, my artistic passion. And so when I was doing that, I was when I first got started, I was Googling what are the best jobs to do for actors, basically survival jobs, and real estate was top one. And
number one?
Yeah,
Nice.
it was.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
And so that just goes to show that's one of the main reasons why I am
Right.
interested in real estate investing, is that so that I'll have time. It'll give me time. I don't want to, because working a 9-to-5 job or whatever job, whether you enjoy it or not, it requires time, right? We only have 24 hours in a day.
Right.
But if you have a house and you're not doing anything with it, if it's a long-term, buy and hold, someone's and you're making money off of it, then that's the dream, right? Is to make money and not have to do anything.
Right. Yeah. No.
So yeah, that's what I mean. It sounds simple, but
no, I think that's the same for me, honestly, because I feel lucky that I got into real estate early and I was super passionate about it. But it's not like I was 6 years old and said I want to be a real estate broker.
Right. Yeah.
Right? But I've gone all in and it's been great. And it comes back to exactly what you're saying is like that will allow me to do other things in my life.
Right. Exactly.
And so I'm like going all in on this right now.
Yeah.
And then I can maybe remove myself slowly over time.
Right.
And this is just rolling.
Yeah.
And that's how you see it.
Exactly. And so that led you to investing in real estate and then therefore, getting involved in property management and then thinking, hey, this is a business that I can do.
Right. 100%. Michael Reese, what would you say is the best way to get your feet wet as an investor?
So I just got started investing, and 3 months ago, Charlie and I bought our first house, and it was pretty simple, really. So we got a USDA loan, and we were able to get that for our primary residence. And that loan basically just restricts us to a geographical region to buy a house. But the plan is, and so we're living there now. We've been there for 3 months. The plan is in March or April to buy another house and rent that current one out. And so that's like the fastest way to get started.
The plan was until
that was the plan.
Yeah.
And so I had some, my savings that I had set aside, and then an opportunity presented itself. And so because I was getting more involved in real estate investing, making connections in the industry with Matt and other people, more opportunity presented itself. So as far as getting your feet wet, I would say just buy your first house. And if you can, rent out some rooms. That's called house hacking. So is where you either you can buy a single family home or a duplex, triplex, fourplex, live in one area, one unit, or if it's a single family home, your bedroom, and rent out the other area so to cover the cost of the mortgage and potentially, hopefully, make extra cash on top of that so that you can start building up another savings account to make another down payment on another house and just kind of keep that cycle rolling. So as far as getting started, like that's the best thing is like just buy your first house.
Get started, yeah.
And figure out a way to make money off of it.
And then get your second.
Yeah.
But I think, Michael, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he owns his house already.
Okay, cool.
So my thing is just get around people that are doing it.
Yeah.
Right? Save up some money and then just get in the game.
Right, yeah.
You got to start looking at deals, meeting people, seeing what's going on. And that's the only way that you're ever going to jump in.
Talk to us more. Get on Bigger Pockets. It's a podcast. It's all about real estate investing and networking with real estate investors. And I'll be honest, whenever I first got in the industry, I felt when I heard networking, I was like, no, I don't want to go awkwardly mingle with people and have to make up these weird conversations just to learn about real estate. But now, because I'm so much more interested in the real estate investing and making money and retiring early, then it makes it so much easier because these people are all on the same path, and that's a common theme I've seen in real estate. It's people wanting to help people, and that's something that we just want to do. We just want to help people. We don't care if we get anything back from them. Add value. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, if you already own your first house, plan on buying another one, as soon as possible, and renting out the current one that you're in. There's an awesome tool you can use at rentometer.com, and you can put in your address and find out how much you can rent that house out for. It's kind of a general guesstimate, but it's good. It's fairly accurate, and you can see how much your rent will be, and if that's more than your mortgage, go for it.
Yeah.
If it's not, if your mortgage is going to be higher than that rent amount, then I would say plan on selling that house and buying in an area where the rent rate is going to be higher than what your mortgage will be.
Right.
So as far as getting started, that's what I would say.
Yeah, Michael, just get around people, man. Come reach out to us. we'll get you in the game quick.
Yeah, for sure. Matt got me in the game quick for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, my plan was to buy another house in April or March coming up, and an opportunity presented itself to buy a house that Matt mentioned earlier that we have in Round Rock. Wasn't mentally prepared for that, but that's the thing, is that like it was a great deal. Like we were able to get it. It's a foreclosure. We were able to get it for a low price, and it's a buy and hold. And so our mortgage is like so much less than what we're gonna get in rent.
Yeah.
And
I was talking about that earlier. How
right.
It's a great property, great area, but it's kind of a bad time of the year.
Sure.
So that's a little bit of a challenge.
But it's okay because we've calculated the risk with this, and so we're prepared for it to sit on the market for a little bit.
Yeah, a couple months.
Yeah, so we're okay with that. And then the next deal that we're doing is the flip that we're doing in South Austin. Big shout out to our friends, Austin Property Buyers, Bryce, Carlos, Marco. They're awesome guys.
Yeah.
And they reached out to us because of the podcast. So when this house came up, this opportunity, we basically teamed up with them, and now we're flipping a house in Austin, in South Austin.
Yeah.
Wasn't mentally prepared for that, but like I'm.
So he's got it, one that you live in that you own, one that's for rent, and a flip.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So that's 3 very quickly.
And so when we like a month before we bought our primary residence, our house, we're living out in Hutto. Like I was like pretty discouraged. I was like, this is never gonna happen. This is gonna take too long. And then now it's like once you get the first one, and you're in the right mindset, then it's just gonna cycle and keep going. Yeah, for sure.
Lindsay asked, how do you decide where to buy? What criteria do you use? For me, like Lexi was saying, it's believing in Austin. Like you can go look at Killeen or other states, and you can look at your returns, and you can make a lot better returns.
Sure.
And I'm not saying that mine is the only my process or my way of looking at it's the only way to go.
Yeah.
But I just believe in this market, and I've seen and I've talked to people that have bought properties here, and they've told me like the market doesn't really crash here. It kind of levels off and it goes up.
Sure.
So my thought is to be super patient and find properties in Austin that work.
Yeah.
And like Ross Cove, like that deal doesn't come around often, so you do it.
Yeah. I mean, with Austin being like a super hot market, it's tough to get in. But like if you can find the right deal, then Austin's perfect because people are moving here every single day, and it's great. So if you can find a house that's below market value, and that if the numbers work basically, then you can find a house anywhere. Like I said, it's a little bit tougher to get in Austin right now on houses that are at market. But if you can find something below market, put a little bit of money into it to fix it up, find the right people, connect with the right lenders, then you can get a house anywhere.
Yeah. So define your area and then just start understanding values and buy below it. And Travis, I'm flipping a house with Travis.
Cool.
He mentioned to have a mix of fix and flips and long-term holds going on at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you have going on.
Yeah, for sure. And that's like now that, because I thought I never wanted to do flips, but now that we're doing it, like it's like exciting. It's short term. It's like a quick turnover. So you put your money in, and then we're gonna get it back in a month.
Right.
You know, and so that's like super exciting to think of, like the return on investment we're gonna get so much quicker.
Yeah.
But also, and I think so going back to like the balance of it, like doing a little bit of both. Like I'm thinking about retirement, right? And I'm thinking about whenever my kids are, going to high school, graduating college, like me just being around, being at home, and us being able to take vacations, me not having a 9 to 5 that I have to go to every single day in order to provide. I'll have these long-term buy and holds that are bringing in money every single month.
Right.
But for now, and so like the fix and flips, the short term can help facilitate that.
Yeah, get quicker cash to go put down.
Yeah.
And what I think is cool, what I've been working on with you and Austin Property Buyers and Travis, is to do these flips with other people.
Right.
Because then it takes a lot of stress off you. Yeah. Right. If it was just, imagine if you were doing the Woodcroft on your own.
Sure. That'd be terrifying.
It would suck, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't be able to
you would make like way more money.
Yeah.
But it would take a lot of your time.
Yeah.
And like the way that we can structure is we can all help out a little bit.
Right.
We all make money.
Yeah.
And we all add value. Like I really like that idea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean,
that's how I like to flip. I don't really want to go do it by myself. I want to have partners with me.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And to think that like, yes, you could make more if you didn't involve other people or get partners in the short term, but think about the relationship that now you're cultivating,
right.
and that how much more that's going to bring to you, going forward in the future.
Right.
Like there's so many deals that we're going to do together throughout our lives.
Yeah.
And it's because we have this relationship.
Right.
And same with Austin property buyers. Like we're going to do more deals.
Yeah. And
hopefully.
perfect example with Travis. So Travis and I are flipping a house on Eddystone, and we saw a deal today, and we both kind of emailed, hey, send me the property separately,
yeah.
And we're like, hey, why don't we just do this together?
Yeah.
And that was a lot easier. We would have never really made that connection if we didn't have this other deal going on.
Right. Yeah.
So that's exactly like what you're saying.
Yeah.
That could lead to 10 other things going on.
Yeah, the importance of relationships is huge in any industry, especially real estate and property management, and that's what we want to provide and what we're trying to provide to our fellow investors, but also to our clients that we have at in property management that we have at Tree Homes, is providing that those opportunities for investment, and that relationship is huge.
Yeah, I agree. And now that I'm joining Tree full time, I think that we're going to have a lot more of those opportunities. Yeah. Like all the time.
For sure. Because with the company, what we have going on right now, everybody that we have, so we have 7 full-time employees, and, each person is like their own department. So we've got all bases covered, but now you're going to come in and just the relationship thing is going to be huge.
Finding more deals.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reaching out to investors and making them aware of the importance of property management. Really.
Right.
Yeah.
And I feel like people hear all the time that this is a hot market. Like, how do you find deals?
Yeah.
And they just don't really look. They hear it's everyone's buying, so I'm just going to stay away from that.
Yeah.
But there's still so much opportunity.
Sure.
Right? If you're just in it every day.
Yeah.
And now that I'm doing this full time, like I said, I'm going to be seeing a lot of deals.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really looking at properties all the time, and I would love for more people to get involved and reach out to us and let us help them buy them. And we buy them together, or however we can be a value to them.
Yeah, for sure. Anybody that's watching, reach out to us to get coffee. The relationship is really what matters.
Right.
If the business comes from it, as far as going on investments together, then so be it. But we just want to help in any way possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna wrap things up here.
Cool.
Thank you everyone that is watching. We're really excited about this, about the help from Randy Robinson, our good friend that we went to high school with and Texas State with.
This is a great setup.
Yeah. So if you guys ever need to help with Facebook Live or any production stuff, reach out to him. Obviously, his logo is on this video. I think it's down here somewhere. But anyways, like I said, we're gonna wrap things up here. Please comment down below and let us know if you guys like this Facebook Live. Obviously, this is the first time we're doing it, and we're really enjoying it, and we just want to provide more value to you guys.
Caitlin.
So yeah, just let us know. But thank you guys so much. If you guys want to find out more information about us, you can go to our website at treehomes.com. That's tree with one E, homes.com. And then we also have the regular podcast is the Young, Wild, Financially Free podcast. We're on any platform, Spotify, iTunes, you name it, we're there.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Awesome. Caitlin, Michael, Lindsay, everyone, appreciate it.
Yeah.